Day one of Roland Garros is complete, and the big story, Novak Djokovic. He struggled his way through. He didn't look great, but Mpetshi Perricard allowed him back into the match, and he won in 4 sets. We'll be speaking about Taylor Fritz, who went out. Raducanu, Ben's favourite player, going out in the first round too. There's plenty of action. It was a hot day, and there's a lot to discuss.
That's right. It was a very hot day in the UK and across Europe, and some of the tennis did not disappoint on day one. Biggest upset of the day has to be Taylor Fritz, based upon just a ranking perspective, but he was coming into the tournament carrying injury. So out of all the top seeds, probably not the most surprising to go out. But I think more surprising his opponent, Basavareddy, actually turned up and played some fantastic tennis. I think that was one of the big takeaways.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. I think it was pretty much business as usual today, in the sense that all of the favourites did win. The players we expected to go out and win did win, apart from that one. And it's tough for Taylor Fritz at the moment. I feel like he's going through a bit of a bad phase, but physically he's not quite there. He's never going to be amazing on the clay courts. And this was one of the ones we kind of could see potentially happening. So what's this say? So 21-year-old. I didn't realise he's that young, by the way.
Yeah.
Playing his first Roland Garros main draw. World 156, knocking out a top 10 player. And that is the big shock. Aside from that, as I've said, a lot of things happened as expected. We thought we was going to get another shock though with Novak Djokovic, and I watched pretty much all of this match, and there was moments in which Mpetshi Perricard was fantastic. He was really, really good, but then there was moments where he's just very inconsistent, and that's why he's 80 in the world. He's a 22-year-old player. You have a young one. I know he did very well in the juniors here at Roland Garros. I remember one year we was doing the watch-alongs. I think he won the doubles with Arthur Fees. And I remember seeing it at the time when we was doing live on a podcast. He is very good. He's great in Paris. He's good on the clay courts, but he's not a finished product at all. His game is so super powerful. His serve's one of the best. Great from the baseline. Hits some great winners. Misses so many. Yep. The unforced errors, I mean, it's painful to watch. And Djokovic was not good. It's not that Djokovic just sprung into life and started playing amazingly. Djokovic went a little bit more attacking. Physically, he was off balance. Didn't look good at all. I think he would lose against a lot of other players, Novak Djokovic. But Mpetshi Perricard is not going to be that guy you're going to lose to. He makes too many mistakes.
Yeah, he's all power, and the problem with that is there's going to be a lot of errors. You see there 54 winners, 46 unforced errors from Mpetshi Perricard, and Djokovic, only 18 unforced errors. You could see that he was playing a little bit more percentage tennis through a lot of the match as well, which I think wasn't really helping him, because that was actually his downfall. He was getting finished off in rallies. Then, like you said, became more the aggressor. I think
the long rallies, he was losing them.
Yeah, I think that the best thing that he did was when he went in that third set, he really took over and just went dominating in these rallies. Really, really looked powerful. I don't expect him to look great. This is the thing with Djokovic. I don't think he's going to look the finished product or look like a Grand Slam champion in these first matches. It's just about winning them at the moment. And he hasn't barely played any tennis. So for him to still be the 4th seed in a slam at his age and at 39 years old and still be pulling out these performances where I think it was still pretty decent in the last couple of sets, just got the job done. Yeah, exactly. And he just knew the drop shots were just in the end were just like the nail in the coffin, weren't they, for Mpetshi Perricard? He didn't have the movement. Djokovic's movement's better at 39 than Mpetshi Perricard, which is
I think
wild.
Mpetshi Perricard was quite quick for his size.
Yeah, but over 4 sets, I think he just doesn't have the movement to go that amount of time.
No, I disagree. It wasn't that he didn't have the movement. What he didn't have was the overall game. He doesn't have the touch. He's not very good at the net. His volleys were terrible.
You couldn't get to the net to get the drop shots.
Yeah, because he just doesn't have that. He's just not as. He's not
The
an
movement.
overall player.
Yeah,
No,
that's why
his movement, I think, he's actually he's got really good movement for someone of that size. I think he moves around the court extremely well. He picked up so many balls which Djokovic wouldn't have been able to pick up. The problem with him was he just doesn't have enough variety in his game. Did you see really good drop shots from him? Did you see any really good volleys?
No,
Few, not many.
a couple of good backhand volleys.
Yeah, but on the whole, he doesn't have that full package. He's missing so much from his game.
He's quite
But his
young.
ceiling is high because he's 22 years old, and with a serve like that, it's a great foundation to build upon. Novak Djokovic has built a career on his foundations, and he's got another record, ATP longest, or he extends his record of 77, and that is the longest opening round winning streak. So it started in Roland Garros 2006. 20 years later at Roland Garros, he's still not lost in the opening round.
Wild. Yeah, it's crazy to keep on racking up these stats. And people will probably think we're crazy for saying that he'll probably lose at some point in this tournament to somebody. But Father Time has to catch up with him at some point, surely, and especially when you're not playing that much tennis. Can he keep grinding out these performances, especially against a Frenchman in France? And that's the next stat. 39-1 against opponents at their home Grand Slam events, with his only defeat coming to Andy Murray in the final of Wimbledon in 2013. That is quite wild.
Yeah, fortunate that there's no Grand Slam in Madrid or something, because I'm sure
Exactly.
Rafael Nadal would have picked up a few, or even Alcaraz now. But yeah, I think it wasn't amazing from Djokovic. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, but let's
Good
not
enough.
be delusional here. He did what he needed to do to beat him, but this performance from Djokovic doesn't beat a lot of other players on the tour. I don't think it gets past, say, a Casper Ruud, who he could be playing not too long of a thing. Does he get past a Fonseca playing like that?
But I think you're looking at it in the
Maybe
wrong
not.
way, though. I think you're looking at it as if...
Does he get through a Fonseca playing like this today?
Yeah, I still think he could. Yeah, I think that he has enough. Fonseca's another unfinished package as well, though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
All these unfinished
that's
packages.
Why I can give you that, but does he get through a Casper Ruud? I think Casper Ruud does have more of an overall game.
You need to look at when they're coming into this tournament. Someone like Sinner just played back to back tournaments, winning constantly. So has Casper Ruud been playing he's coming in not playing like hardly any tennis. He's like barely. So to get that level of performance for not playing much tennis, I still think's pretty good. He just gets the job done. Let's see what he's like in round 2. Is he going to get better as the rounds go on? And by the time he hits maybe round 4, should he get there, maybe then he's firing on 5 cylinders. I don't know.
Well, let's see, because with Djokovic,
it's tough, isn't it?
You'd be stupid to say that he's not going to, he can't win matches. I mean, we've all been here before. You look at the match again today, after the first set, it looks like he's going out.
Yep.
I mean, really,
exactly.
I've been fooled hundreds and hundreds of times. I feel everyone in the crowd, everyone believes he's had this ability for I don't know how many years now, where he looks down and out and just comes through and wins. So
it's like his dance at the end. I quite liked it. It was just had a little groove on the baseline just at the end.
Seemed angry. He seemed angry. He hit the ball into the crowd. He was a bit frustrated.
The crowd against him, and this is the thing you were saying in the draw preview as well, that Djokovic not doing so well when the crowd, everyone's cheering for him these days.
True.
Maybe against a French player in the first round's what he needed. The crowd against him.
Look at the stat. The stat shows you 39-1 against opponents from their home Grand Slam. That's because he's got the crowd against him. And that's when he plays his best.
Well, 39 must be the number of the day, because that moves us on nicely to Alexander Zverev. 39 wins at Roland Garros now in men's singles, and that's his most wins at an ATP level event in his career. Hasn't won it, but the most wins in his career, and he looked pretty solid today. Just what I wanted to see, really, from somebody who has the intent to go on in this tournament. Don't drop a set in the first match like we sometimes see him do, and took out a French player as well, Bonzi, sometimes tricky. Did it in straight sets.
he's the opposite of Novak Djokovic in the sense that he looks the part until it comes to actually being the part and winning the title.
That's true, actually. No.
He's the complete opposite to Djokovic. He doesn't win titles, doesn't win Grand Slams, but does everything up until winning the Grand Slam to look amazing. Djokovic doesn't look great until he gets to the pop moment and then wins them. So, with Zverev, I'd say he's the second best player in the tournament behind the Yannick Sinner. He was amazing today, and probably will be up until he isn't. And that will probably come at some point. But it's a great opportunity for him. I mean, what an opportunity. No Arthur fees in the tournament too. No Alcaraz. It's
39-year-old Djokovic.
It's such a chance for Zverev.
Yeah. It's quite wild, isn't it, to think. But if he was to face, let's say, Djokovic in the
Fritz now.
Well, if he was to face Djokovic in a semi-final, surely has to be the favourite. Like, if they're coming into
no
slam,
doubt. Yeah.
This is what I mean now. Like, surely now that should give him the confidence. Like, come on, if he goes in, if he doesn't drop a set the whole tournament, let's say, Zverev, all the way up until the semis, surely
Djokovic, based off today, Ben, if you see, I just don't see him making the semis.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
I know I can't. It's tough to say because he's done this so many times. But this feels a little bit different. Like, I just don't think he can make the semis.
Yeah, I mean, we're both sort of thinking that time's going to catch up with him. But he beat Sinner at the Australian Open earlier this year, and he's not on Sinner's side of the draw. Only Alcaraz and Sinner are the ones who seem to have his number in slams. So, and will this guy, the new youngster on tour who looked pretty good today, João Fonseca, could be on a collision course with Djokovic, but he will be up against Djokovic's, was it his latest person who's beaten him, which is Dino Prismic. That will be an absolutely epic round 2 matchup. I cannot wait for that one. And Prismic looked even better than Fonseca today. And I thought that was pretty crazy because Fonseca played brilliantly. Obviously had all the crowd on his side as well. Pavlovich actually was quite decent. I don't know much about him, but
he's
after
good.
Watching it, he was quite a big guy as well. I didn't realize how tall he was.
I didn't realize how good he was too. So I think he's showing himself in a positive light. So's Prismic. I mean, what a few weeks he's having. There's no guarantee Fonseca beats him. I think this is a tough match. 50-50. Could be a 5-setter, 4-setter. Could go either way. I don't really know. I hope Fonseca. I've got him in my fantasy team. I've got him at the end of the year to get in the top 10. I would like to see him play a Djokovic. I think it's a good narrative.
Yeah.
But this other guy, I mean, he's just beaten Novak. So
yeah.
two young players. What was it? 19 and 20.
Yeah.
And the future of the sport for sure. Really good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
it'll be a match I recommend watching. I think it'll be quite fun.
Definitely. And this is the future of the sport, really. I mean, obviously we've got Alcaraz, we've got Sinner. We're looking for other people to sort of take up that next position, try and get their name in the equation. Prismic has just sort of launched himself. Like, I think he's using that Djokovic win as like the catalyst at the moment to just, it's probably given him so much confidence coming into Roland Garros as well. I'm excited for this one. If he beats Fonseca, his name's going to be in lights even more. And then who knows if he beat Djokovic again? It's twice in 2 weeks. That would be pretty wild stuff. Let's take a quick look down some of the other men's ones because I know there's one match you'll be really happy about. I was keeping an eye on him today. Your old Argentinian, Mr. Trungelliti, doing well. Nice straight sets win for him. Look at that.
Yeah, well, I've got him really far in the draw. I wanted to try and get him for fantasy, but I couldn't afford him because he's too token. But I've got him going through about 3 or 4 rounds.
Basavareddy.
Yeah, I mean, that wouldn't have been a bad one. I've got quite a few points for him. But yeah, I think he's class, Trungelliti. I think the draw's nice for him. It's a really good section. So let's see what happens with that. I think we'll go to the next big story, though. Let's move away from the men. For me, the other big story is your beloved Raducanu. You've got her for the top 10. What went wrong? I mean, I'll let you explain. It was 6-love, 7-6 against Sierra. She did come back in the second set. She was 4-1 down and made it a little bit more competitive. She's been on and off all year. She's got her old coach back. what was your assessment?
Well, I think the first set sums up the lack of tennis, to be honest. If you don't play any tennis and you're going to have the first set as your practice mat or practice set, let's say, you're going to get bageled by people who play every week in, week out on the tour. So the fact that it took her one set to get into it, and the second set, I think that Sierra bottled the chances to win the set. She was serving for the match. She even in the tiebreak was up quite convincingly and then was letting it slide. But then her backhand is fire. Like Sierra's backhand, she hit about 4 winners in the tiebreak to win the match. And I just thought definitely the best player won the match. Raducanu needs to just look at that and think, well, if I'd maybe played more often and was able to start a bit faster, I might have had the 7-6 loss in the first set rather than the second set and might have been able to fight back. But unfortunately, you lost 6-love in the first set. So you only got yourself to blame. Go away, take a look in the mirror, come back, actually play some tournaments in between slams, potentially. That would help. Some 250s, build yourself up. You know, Wimbledon's going to be next. Is she going to play a tournament in between?
So since Raducanu signed a $3.5 million deal with Uniqlo, she's had 1 match win, 3 tournament withdrawals, and 3 match losses. Is 70 tournaments played with no trophy. Still not beating a top 80 player since September 2025. And she had 11 coaches in total. So, I mean, that's not all in the since Uniqlo, but yeah, it's not a pretty sight. And the bit what doesn't sit right with me, and I want to challenge you on this, is how comes she's ill, got injuries, problems at every tournament. When it comes to the Grand Slam, she's able to play them ones.
Is she under pressure to play those ones by the sponsors?
Maybe, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't think it's a very pretty
if
look.
Uniqlo she just signed a big deal with them and she's just like feeling, I really don't feel like I'm gonna want to come back. They're like, we're just giving you like 30 mil or something. You have to make at least 1 appearance and do some press, do something.
Well, what was funny with the press is all the players are doing this sort of strike thing where they're only doing 15 minutes of a press conference because of their pay. I don't know if you saw all of that.
No, I've not seen that, but
yeah, it's a big thing. So Raducanu is not doing it. Djokovic wasn't doing it as well, but most of the others were. Sinner did it, Sabalenka, Iga. Raducanu didn't do it because probably for her, that's not where her money's at. She's making her career and making all of her money outside of tennis. She's done a great thing with it. Fair play to her. I think just stop forcing this whole tennis thing, maybe. She probably has to just to enable that lifestyle to keep ticking over. But that's all she is. For me, she's an influencer. And I can't talk about her in a tennis setting anymore because I just don't think she's very good. And I'm trying not to be too harsh. Probably am coming across. That's why I keep saying it, Ben. I don't know what you've been watching to think that she can be a top 10 player. She's just not. She simply isn't. She's never been. She had a really good tournament with a nice draw at the US Open and did fantastically well. And no one really saw it coming. She was fantastic. Since then, she's just not a very good player. She's good in the on-off matches here and there. She's just not got no consistency. She's not got that killer instinct. She's not a proper athlete. She's an influencer who plays tennis.
Who's she influencing, though? That's the question.
You.
Not influencing the next generation of tennis players. Well, I have belief in British players, and that's probably where it lets me down. Jack Draper in my top 10. I've got Raducanu in my top 10, and could both be for my demise at the end of the year. But I always hold hope. Obviously, Jack Draper's injured. Not much we can do about that. Raducanu, can she turn things around come the grass court swing? I can only pray that she does something. I've placed more tournaments, and actually, there's no illnesses. Don't stop pulling out of tournaments. I mean, it just for her fans. Bear in mind, she built up quite a big fan base. It's really like quite depressing. Like
she gives bitter people like me too much ammunition.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
She makes it very easy.
There's many as well out there. She's given a lot of
to
people
take this stance is just so easy with her because. Yeah. She just gives you all the ammo constantly. So, yeah, tough loss for her. She did bring it back a little bit, and you've got to give her some credit for that because she could have just completely collapsed and
I still think
the
Sierra
towel
was trying to throw it away at the end. She double faulted twice while
in.
trying to serve the match out and then gave the break straight back. So Raducanu was helped out a bit in the end. She did play better in the second set. There were signs of life in there, but it's not good enough. And someone like Sierra, she's a very good clay court player, but ultimately, if you've got considerations to being in the top of the game, that's someone you've just got to be beating, in my opinion, anyway. But let's move away from Raducanu and on to somebody who should really be in the consideration of talks for potentially going deep at Roland Garros, and that's Marta Kostyuk. Started her tournament very, very strong performance, but with a heavy heart as well, because unfortunately, things going on in her personal life outside of the sport. She had to say in her post-match interview that she's proud of herself. One of the most difficult matches of her career, because this morning, 100 meters away from my parents' house, a missile destroyed the building. And it was a very difficult morning for me. And she still got out there on the tennis court, blocked it all out, and got a really convincing win. And she is one of the best clay court players on tour right now on the women's side. So I'm happy that she was able to get herself through that. Hopefully everybody in her life is okay outside of this and she's able to focus just on the tennis. And we can see some of that high level performance throughout the tournament, because we've seen her just win 2 tournaments already on clay this year. I want to see what she's really made of.
Yeah, she's in a good bit of form. I didn't see the match, so I can't comment too much on it. But one to watch. Another one to watch is Mirra Andreeva, who, wins as a teenager. I just sent you a tweet. She is 3rd on the list for this century. Coco Gauff, 15 wins as a teenager. Kim Clijsters, 14. And Mirra Andreeva, 12. So if you can get a few more, she's coming for that record. It just shows how young she is. Remember Coco Gauff all them years? Seemed like she was 15 Coco for about 5 years. Mirra Andreeva, another one who's just always a teenager, it seems. And I know we see her get emotional, having all these back and forths with her coach. You got to remember, she's just a little girl, and she's
having a little tantrum here and there. Is all right. I don't
it's
mind
not
it.
even that. It's just developing. I think just your hormones, maturity, just adapting, and a few different things. So I think she's fantastic anyway, and she's someone who has some, I think, probably better chances than Kostyuk, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I think, crazy to say, more experience deeper in a slam than Kostyuk, which is wild to say at her age. But if anybody, like you can see on the screen right now, she's amassed the most points during the clay season, and she's still a teenager. Linz champ, Stuttgart semi-final, Madrid final, Rome quarter-final. Just a brilliant player. That's the. I don't mind all the tantrums, all of this type of thing. I think that's just her being young.
I think tantrums is a tough word.
No, but she does. She sort of just like throws a dummy out the pram and there has a little like argument here. And I don't really mind it, because I think she has high expectations of herself, and that's why it's happening. She's just annoyed at herself. She's not annoyed at anything else, just annoyed at herself, because she knows how good she is. Well, let's go have a look down at some of the other matches that happened today on the women's. The first person to make it through to round 2 was Boskova. Saw her name pop up first. I think her and Kostyuk were pretty close first into round 2. Volyanet's doing pretty well. Who's the biggest upset? I think Linette was the biggest underdog win today. She beat Valentova. Pretty close, though. 11-9 in the third. Other one, Krejcikova, former champ, out. Haley Baptiste was quite a.
Did you have that in your bracket?
I had Baptiste, yeah. I don't think I'm not sure. I was very close, though. I was just. Krejcikova's actually been all right recently, but in a challenger, so it's hard to tell if that's really.
I saw her do a practice set before this tournament. She lost 6-2 to someone. I forget the name. It'll come up tomorrow, because I think she's playing tomorrow. The lady,
it's really difficult to say with her, though, because if she suddenly goes on a run, she wins the tournament. It's just
yeah, but I don't think that's. I think that's done now.
Maybe
we're not gonna see
that before Wimbledon, though. when she won it.
It's done.
Yeah, probably, but never say never. Baylek, great result for her. Beat Sloane Stephens. Who else do we have? Clara Towson going out. Bit shock there. Not crazy shock, but
No, not really for me.
And Solana Sierra, one of the most
She
informed
struggled, by the way, the first
in the
set.
first set. Yeah,
She was down a break and then just
walloped
went
her.
crazy. But she's in good form. All in all, nothing really to report on the women's side. On the men's, it was pretty straightforward as well. I thought blocks was really good. I saw a bit of that.
Really
I think
good.
Roya beating Delium, we wasn't maybe expecting because Roya's been in such a bad bit of form, but back in France was pretty decent. Sonego made hard work of that against Herbert.
See all the stuff at the end. What was going on?
No, I didn't because I missed it.
Big arguments with Bear and the umpire, just because shot was called out apparently.
I saw that fourth set, Herbert going absolutely berserk. It was quite good. The crowd were loving it.
Yeah, well, of course, yeah. So here's the drama in the match. Herbert stopped play at love 1 in the 5th set, facing break point because he believed Lorenzo's ball was out. The umpire comes down and says the ball was in. And then he said, "You're going to see it. Look me in the eyes. You're going to see it. It's going to be out. And you're going to be really, if you don't say sorry after that one, I'll never speak to you again. You don't even imagine." And then it was 2-love Sonego in the 5th. So obviously went on to win that final set.
Yeah, interesting. So I didn't realise that was the
temper
bit of a turning point.
He's been always a bit known for that. And then,
but was it in or out?
Well, it was. Was it? He said he called it. He stopped play because he said he believed.
Yeah,
it was
he believed
out.
it was out. So was it actually out?
No, he said it was in.
Yeah, but was it out though? That's what I'm saying. Have you seen the
no, I don't.
question?
Yeah, I've not seen the actual.
Okay,
the actual shot.
Let's wait. I'll have a look after this episode. Let us know in the comment section. Was it in? Was it out? Does he have a
pretty sure that if the umpire's come down and has done that, I'm sure
not
that
always.
he's not always, no, but yeah, it's one of those. It's a bit of a weird one. Other match that I just thought that give you a shout out, Borges. Nice straight sets win. That was nice. That was a good underdog pick. If anyone picked that for a bet, that was a real nice, comfortable 2.75 there for you. But
he's beaten him the last 2 times he's played, now 3 times. So I thought that was a good pick. I did well on that one. I didn't do so well on the Hachanov one. But that second set was tight and quite close. But yeah, I think there's nothing else to really discuss for day 1. We're going to be doing these every single day of the tournament, so make sure to join us. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe. Everyone in my ATV fantasy is still in. No one's gone out. I've only had half of them play. So everything's looking rosy so far.
Beautiful. Right, that's it for day 1. See you tomorrow for more Roland Garros action.